Hi thinkers, welcome to ThinkX Academy. In this video, I'm going to share how I mastered data structures. So basically on this channel, I've already created a roadmap of data structures and algorithms. And a lot of you guys have still have a lot of doubts because in between when you are learning about some specific data structure, you are actually facing some problems. So I decided to make this video where I will discuss all the possible tips that I can give you so that you will become great at data structures, because in a lot of interviews you're going to use one or the other data structures. So here we are going to start with each and every data structure according to the roadmap video that I have already created on this channel, and then I'm going to show you all the tips and how I actually mastered each one of them, right? So let's start with the basic one. The first data structure was stacks that I started with, right? So first of all, I will create another tutorial which is a follow-up of this tutorial. In this we are going to only study about data structures, how to master them, and in the next tutorial we are going to learn how to master the algorithms also, right? So first of all, we will start with the stack data structure, and before that we have array data structure, right? So this video is basically for all the developers who are C++ developers, Java, Python, does not matter. This is a generic type of video. So let's start first with the array. Now when I was learning about arrays, it was the most easiest topic, right? It was a continuous memory allocation, and then using the arrays to implement the stack data structure was also very easy. It was not that much difficult, but the real tough challenge that came was from moving from the stack data structure to the linked list. And this is the place I think that this is, I should mark this as red, because I think this is the actual trouble. If you will be able to pass this step, I think that you will be able to master all the data structures with a lot ease, right? So here we have the linked list. When I was studying about linked list, the first thing was, it was easier to understand that linked list is basically the nodes which are connected using the next pointers. But I faced a lot of challenges here. The first challenge was I was not aware of memory references, pointers. So that cost me a lot, because I was able to understand the basic structure of any data, but I wasn't able to code, right? I was not able to write the code and also understand the code. So I strongly suggest, when you are moving to this step, which is to the linked list, first thing you need to do is understand memory references, right? I'm going to write memory references here because here in C++ we call them pointers also, right? So if you are a Java developer, you will have to create a class, and then you will have to create a reference to that class, right? So that's the first thing you need to understand, what exactly is a reference. If you have understood what exactly is a memory reference and how to actually assign it inside of any programming language, in C++ you can create pointers. So you will have to first understand about pointers. You will have to understand everything related to that, right? After that, you will have to understand one important thing, which is memory allocation, right? So all the data structures that you are going to do here after this linked list data structure, you are going to use memory allocation a lot, right? So you will be creating objects, right, using different strategies. In C++ you will use maybe a new operator. If you are using C language, you will use the malloc function to do the memory allocation. So there are various things. So you will have to understand how to allocate a data structure and what are the uses of these simple keywords in a programming language. After you have covered references and memory allocation, you are good to go here. So when I was learning linked list, I first grasped all the concepts related to pointers or references. So if you are a C++ developer, I have already created a dedicated video on pointers in the C++ playlist, so you can definitely check that out after we will complete with this video. I will give all the links, all the important links related to this video, which is including the roadmap and all of the other stuff that you will need, right? So let's focus on this now. So after learning about these two important things, I was actually studying linked list, and the understanding of code is difficult in case of linked list, because although you will understand how pointers are working, there is a lot of stuff that will go inside of the code. So what I did was, instead of just rote learning the code, I followed a strategy, right? Let me tell you that strategy. When I was learning linked list, the first thing I did was I was learning it in C++. If you are learning it in Java or Python, the same strategy can be applied. What I did was I took the code from the internet. So I have not taken any books. I still do not have any books. And then what I did was I took the code, which I found that this will be easier, and I wrote it inside of my notes. So making notes is very important and crucial when you are studying data structures. So what I did was, all the lines of code I wrote it in my notes, in my notebook, and then line by line I started understanding how a data structure is implemented and what exactly is the use of this particular line. So I will never skip any line that, okay, this is just simple line, I will just ignore it. No, I will study each and every line of code and what exactly this line is doing and how it is creating or achieving the particular data structure. Right, so it is important to understand the code. For that, you will have to write the code handwritten, because it will help you in the future and it will also map it in your memory, right? So let's move on to the next step, which is, after linked list, I move to the binary data structure, which is the binary trees, right? Or before binary trees, we have the queue data structure. So here, after linked list, after you have studied linked list and all these concepts, learning queues was easier. There was no such concept to learn in this case, right? Then came binary trees. Now here I posed another problem. When I started learning about binary trees, the first main important thing is that I was not aware of recursion, how recursion works. So after you have studied stacks, linked list, you have studied about all of these, you have made notes, you have studied queues, and now you are on binary trees. Do not directly move on to binary trees. First, you need to understand how recursion works, right? So basically on this channel, I again have a dedicated video which explains recursion in depth, right? So do check it out first, understand how recursion works. So after I was able to understand that, okay, this is recursion and how a recursion is going to get called on a single node and how it is going to traverse through the whole binary tree, right? So I studied them and I wrote notes of them. Now one important thing is, I have already told you that I have not considered any specific book. So I studied it from different places, and on this channel I've compiled all of them in videos and playlist, and they all are available for free. So basically, if you consider the playlist, I have a playlist on data structures and algorithms in C++, and also we are still on Python playlist, right? So data structures in Python is still in progress. So we have reached the graph data structure there. But I will tell you, if you are studying it, they are really very good resources. So you will be able to understand code. I explain each and every line of code in detail, right? I do not just write the lines of code without explaining the meaning of the line. So you can actually check that out. You can study recursion. Alright, now after studying recursion, I have studied all the types of traversal, which is the pre-order, in-order and post-order traversals. So I studied all of them. After binary trees, the next data structure was the heap data structure, which I mastered, right? So Basically, a lot of people, what they want is they want to achieve this very quickly, but I will tell you that it is actually, if you are trying to do that, you are going to miss a lot of concepts like these which I have already explained. So I think that the time that it will require to master all the basic structure, all the basic data structures, which is after heaps we have the graph data structure, right? Then we have different types of binary heaps also, and different types of linked list also. We have singly linked list, then we have doubly linked list, and we have circular linked list, right? So once you will understand how a linked list, a singly linked list is implemented, these two are not that much difficult. You will understand the code. Then in binary trees you have binary search trees, then red black trees, right? So what I did was I studied one by one. You will have to study them one by one. Target one data structure at a time, and I think this will actually take at least 3 months of dedicated learning. And every day, if you will spend at least 2 hours, and weekly, if you will spend, let's say, 4 days, right? So 4 days, every day you are giving in 2 hours, so it will be 8 hours a week. So if you are giving 8 hours a week or even 7 hours per week, I think this will also work, right? So here after you have spent 8 to 7 hours, what are you going to do in these 2 hours? In these 2 hours, in the first hour, you will have to understand the data structure. You will first have to understand how the data structure is it looks like, and what you will have to understand all these concepts in this 1 hour. And I think 1 hour is really enough. If you have concentration, you will be able to understand that. The next 1 hour is counted in the implementation part. So you will have to write the code in your notebook, right? And then you will have to close the notebook, and then you will have to open up your laptop or PC, whatever, and then there you will have to write the whole data structure without even seeing the notebook. If you find any problems, just open your notebook and understand that, okay, after this step this needs to be followed. After allocating the node, we will have to assign it to something like the head pointer, and then we will have to do something like this. So step by step you will have to do it. You can take the help of your notes, and believe me that making notes is so much important that I still have my notes with me, and in a day or two I still have to take a look at those notes, and they are really very helpful, and they will help you in the future also, right? So this is the time distribution. So after binary trees, you will study binary search trees, how to implement them. Then in the heap data structure also, you do not need a lot of pre-concepts. There are no some other concepts. Then comes the graph data structure, and this part is the most important part in learning, in mastering data structures. If you have reached the heap data structure, that's the basic foundation of the data structures, but graph data structure is very important, and I will tell you what are all of the concepts that you need to study in the graph data structure, right? So when you have studied heaps, binary trees, queues, linked list, graph is the data structure that will use binary trees, linked list and queues. This data structure is going to be a benchmark of how much good you are at data structure, right? So in the graph data structure, the first thing is you need to obviously know how to allocate a graph, right? Or I should say create a graph. What is a graph? You will have to understand that. For that you will have to understand two more important things, which is the BFS and the DFS algorithm. BF and DFS, they are basically the traversal algorithms. BFS will make use of queues data structure, and DFS will make use of the stack data structure, and both of these techniques are going to use linked list data structure, right? So whatever you have studied here, it is going to get applied here. So you will have to study the graph. When you have studied, you have reached at this position. Now you are at the most important part, which is the graph data structure. So first of all, you will have to know how to create a graph. There are basically two ways, which is by using a matrix, adjacency matrix, or a linked list. Right? So these concepts are required here. Now in graph data structure, you do not have any prerequisites. Basically now after you have reached this position, these are the prerequisites of the graph data structure. In the algorithms part, you will understand there are so many algorithms that are related to graph data structure. So first of all, minimum spanning trees is one of those concepts. Right, then we have the shortest path algorithms using the Dijkstra's algorithm. We have Prim's algorithm, then Kruskal's algorithm, then we have Fulkerson's algorithm. Right, so there are so many algorithms related to this graph data structure, and remember that in the interviews most of the questions come from this data structure. Most of the questions come from graph and binary trees. These are really important if you want to actually succeed in your programming career. So what you will have to do is, first you will have to understand how to represent the graph using matrix or a linked list. Then you will have to understand traversal algorithms, which is BFS and DFS. After you have covered BFS and DFS, you will have to understand and all of these algorithms. We will cover all of these algorithms will be covered in the next part of this series. I think this is the whole important, I have covered all the important points and all the tips that you need to actually cover all the data structures, and I hope that this whole tips will also help you a lot, and I'll give the resources in the link in the description also. So basically that's all for this tutorial. If you have really liked my efforts, make sure to subscribe our channel and make sure to enable the notifications, because the next videos that are going to come, you will get notified about that. So that's all for this tutorial. Thanks for watching.